Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. It is actually about 10 o'clock Monday morning. It was a little cold this morning, and I had to take care of a few things around the house. But off and rolling now, so it's going to be a full day of mowing. Got to get try to get quite a few done, but get done as much as I can. I've got to finish up the one from the last video where I got rained out, which is primarily just trimming and cleaning up everything. Then I got the one across the road from that, and then there's another one right there next door to it, and then one up the street. So I've got a couple in that area, and I've got one small one uptown that I'd like to try to get knocked out, and then maybe I forgot they're working on the road, and then maybe the ones over in the subdivision a little ways up the road from me that it's right there together. So that's what's going on today. So hopefully I'll be able to get y'all some decent footage, and y'all will enjoy. Oh boy, they got this tore up good. Ooh, that turned that side of it into a dirt road and ground it all up. But like I said, hopefully I'll be able to put together some decent footage for y'all and see what's going on. Oh, and I got some more talking to do about the stand-up as well. So stay tuned, Ronaldo, and everybody else. Shout out to Ronaldo over at Big Sons. But I'm gonna head on down the road here and catch back up with you. Stick around. All right, y'all. Well, now's as good a time as any to discuss mower issues. So if you can't tell, these are in opposite positions on the trailer. Normally I put the Z on the front. So I'll get to that here in just a second, but as you can see, got another one done. Back to just behind those vines. Over to the tree line. Back around, across the front, over to that tree line. And then it's just a field area way back there in the back. Right straight through there, it goes back to the edge of that field. So got all that done. I mowed this side over there, just past the front of this building here, all the way over, and all of this was mowed with the quick track. Some of the stuff in the back was kind of thick, so I figured, well, I'll give the Z some playtime today, and came back up to the trailer to swap out mowers, and I pulled up beside the trailer, and I had noticed some residue buildup around the oil filter area, thinking it might have been an oil leak, which I cleaned it off. I didn't know what exactly it was. So I pulled up beside the trailer to stop so I could get the Z off, and yeah, right there you can see that is nice fresh leaked oil. I actually had wiped this whole area clean yesterday, but you can tell how wet it is. I am not sure if it's maybe just a pinched gasket on the filter, or if it's something from the cooler lines or something on the engine. Luckily I stopped to change mowers, because even though it might not have been a totally bad thing, I just can't afford to buy an engine for it right now. If this sucker would have locked up, I can guarantee you that it would have had a Kawasaki on it next time it was running. So I got that. Like I said, it's on the front of the trailer, so I can get the Z on and off no problem. What I'll do when I get back is simply Just check the oil level and see, make sure it's got enough that I can start it to get it in the shop, and then it'll go in the shop. So not sure what I want to do with it yet, if I want to take it to the dealer or if I want to try to fix it. So it's due for an oil change, so I think what I may do is drain the oil out of it, get the stuff to do the filter changes, and change the oil and put a filter on it, clean it up, and then maybe just run it around the shop a little bit and see if it's still leaking. If it is, then I'll probably end up taking it maybe to the dealer. But I'm hoping that maybe there's a possibility that it's just maybe the filter gasket may have got displaced somehow and pinched, but never really noticed it much until recently. So who knows? Yes, Ronaldo, it's still possessed. I fixed something, or I think I fixed something, and it's something else. So that's what's going on with the quick track. It did do a good job today. I finished this property over here, which I had pretty much mowed, except for a little area right in behind the fence there, and then weed eated everything. Pruned a little bit of shrubbery right here, and took some long branches off of a climbing rose per the request of the customer. And she actually gave me a new, well, not a new property, but a property that I did one time before down the street to clean up, which is where I'm fixing to go and put the Z to work. So, and not to mention yesterday, speaking of the quick track, it actually did not want to start. It had oil in it, fuel level was good. I even tried jumping it just to make sure, for some miraculous reason, maybe that new battery wasn't doing what it was supposed to. Turns out that the starter solenoid was stuck, apparently. Now it has been sitting since I was on vacation, and we had some cold temperatures, so who knows? I'm not sure. But tapped on it 3 or 4 times while I was trying to start it. It spun over and started, and it started every time since. So hopefully that was just a one-time deal. Yeah, here we go. Put new tires on it, and then it starts acting up. But I'll get down here to this other property and maybe actually get y'all some mowing footage. So we'll see. All right, y'all. I'm back. I didn't get any footage on the last actually 2 yards. I cut them with the Z. If you can see, I got some new blades here. These are the Predator blades for the Z-Track. So, I don't know if y'all recall from a previous video, I had ordered a set a long time ago where they sent me 4. So I had an extra blade that I had ordered a 2-pack of. And they sent me these blades, which are exactly the same, with one exception. The center hole is smaller. I actually contacted the seller, and they just simply told me I could sell the blades or dispose of them, which I thought was kind of crazy. But so I had ordered a set of 3 and a set of 2, so I would have 2 sets. I put the set of 3 on the Z, and obviously with these 2 being messed up, I still only had the 1 extra one. So I ordered 2 more. They came today. Thankfully, they're both the right ones, and there they are. So I've got to put those on the Z, which I'll do shortly. Reason I didn't get any mowing footage is earlier in the video I discussed the issue of the oil leak with the quick track. So I've done a little research of my own, a little analysis of the machine, and I don't know if you can see, but that bolt right there above where the light's shining, right there, kind of hard to see, right there. If you look right above it is what I believe to be the head, where the head mounts, so the head gasket area. And if you can see down the bottom of the engine there, where that bolt is here, where the bolt is right there. If you see that streak, when the engine warms up, the oil begins to run down off of that. So I believe I have a head gasket leaking. So that is what is believed to be the issue on the Quick Track. Now I'm gonna break down and take it to the dealer, because I just did not feel like putting the time into taking that much stuff off of this thing again, like I did with the injectors and everything. Plus I want to make sure they get the torque specs and everything right with something like that. And so I got to check with 2 local dealers tomorrow to see which one is the best as far as time frame. And I'll just be, I guess, primarily running the Z. If I got somebody helping me, I may use the 590 or even possibly the old GT235 here. You can see we got it together. Not sure whether we're going to keep this one or sell it, but it is running good. Needs some new seat bushings because it rides like a 2-horse wagon. So what we may do is see if they make those, possibly make those springs for it, like on the 590, and just slip those in there. But who knows? So hopefully this won't be down for long. I've debated to a degree on what I'm going to do with it, even after it's fixed. I'll probably end up keeping it, even though it's been a headache, but I'm invested in it enough. I think that this being something that's happened right at, if you can see, right at 1,400 hours. Again, this is what happens when you buy used equipment. So hang on one second. Sorry, I just want to turn the camera around. So instead of me talking and just walking all over the place, you can actually see me. So, but I finished a property, which was the one that I showed you across the road from where I initially showed y'all the oil leak issue, right after I finished that one yard. So I finished the yard across the street. I did some pruning over there for her. I think I talked about with the little shrubs by the side of the house. She had a place that used to belong to her mom down the road that she went on ahead and paid me for because she was going to be, I think, traveling in the near future. So I actually went on ahead and did that one after the one that I showed y'all I had finished up, where I found the oil leak out in that yard. So I went down the road and did that one, which I wish I had gotten some footage of it, as it was crazy, like knee-high, thigh-high grass in the back in a big field area. I've done the property once before, but she asked me about it today, and she also asked me about doing her straw around her house. So I picked up that yard to do for once, and the straw job to do later on. But an update on the big straw job and pruning of the shrubbery across the street from one customer. The lady called today just because she was getting a little antsy, which I completely understand. I'd already told her it might be a little while before I got to it. She said they got somebody else that's going to take care of it for now. And but she was keeping my number in case they had any issues and needed my help. So yeah, I've got to try to remember. I got to go up to the lake where I previously put in the last irrigation system, because they're having some trouble after their pump messed up, and she said they're saying the system's not working right, and they want me to go look at that. So don't know if I'll do that tomorrow, or maybe just save that for an afternoon after work. Yeah, but I told her this week, so I got a couple of days to get to that one. Got plenty going on. I've got the irrigation job I still got to get to, so I got to get that lined up and just kind of see how things pan out. I may just shift everything away from this weekend into the early part of next week, and just kind of do it in the afternoons, and I can slowly try to back it up a day or so to get it back to a Saturday. If I do it on like a Monday and Tuesday, over like two cut periods or something like that, or just back it completely up after one. I've done that before, so just kind of got to shift the schedule around, make it work. So yeah, the possessed mower is still possessed. I guess it didn't like the new tires. I don't know. I don't know with this thing, man. I know sometimes you don't know what to do with the machine. I really am not at a good point as far as, say, trying to sell it and buy something new right now. And I guess it's cheaper to put $300-400 into getting this fixed, or so, maybe $500. I don't know. The labor rates right now, it might be $5. Plus some other stuff. I think I'm going to have them check the governor and the throttle, make sure none of that is out of whack, and scan it for like the fuel map, because I'm still thinking it might be running a little lean. But they won't know until they hook the scanner up to it. And since it's finally going to be there, I was going to just deal with the way it was running to a degree, which wasn't bad, but I just don't think it's running at 100% yet, despite everything I've done to it. So I guess it's better that I caught it and didn't run, because if I'd have run this thing for another hour and a half, I might have been toe strapping it somewhere, because it probably would have dumped run the oil out and locked the engine up. Possibly, I don't know. It was a pretty good leak though. Once it got hot. So, hey, I know I'll probably get comments about this one. The cover photo will be great. Like I said, even after I did that big property, I went and did one more on the way home. I had time to do one more, and I thought about doing it, but dinner was ready, and I was hungry, so I was going by the house anyway, so I just figured I would go into the house instead of going by to get that other little yard. I'll probably try to get it tomorrow. I've got to pick up some stuff for service, depending on when I'm going to have this back. I'm not going to pay the dealer to service this thing as far as like air filters and oil filter and all that kind of stuff, because they're going to charge me probably for all of that an hour's worth of labor, and it don't take me that long to do it, and I'm not paying them what they want an hour just to do that. But I am going to let them do the head gasket stuff. That's one of them things that I could probably do it, but I just don't feel like diving into that, because it could go really bad if something's not right really quick. So, other than that, hey, it did a pretty good job yesterday. Or not yesterday, but Friday, and then earlier today, it was cutting good. But, yeah, that's what's going on with the Quick Track. So I'm going to have it finally actually have to submit and take it to the dealer to get something done. I'm going to get these blades on the Z, so you'll see some footage of the Z. I'll try to get some footage maybe tomorrow, some actual mowing footage with the Z. And if I can get a good spot, depending on where I'm at, with trimming, I'll try to get some trimming footage. I haven't done that in a while. I'll get some actual footage of me doing some weed eating and trimming. So, other than that, that's about everything that's going on right now. So I got to check with the dealers. I got the irrigation job going. That one big pruning and straw job out of the way, which is bad in the right, because it would have been some good money, but just the way the timing of things has gone right now, not the best for scheduling. So it happens, with vacation and some stuff getting backed up. The weather hasn't helped with all the rain. But hey, still rolling, still got plenty to do. And I'll try to get y'all some good mowing footage in the next video. I'm going to get the Z in here and get the blades put on it so I can get it back on the trailer and get back up to the house. And y'all let me know, anybody who's had this, the Kohler EFI engine. I think this is the 25 horse, like the ECV 740. If y'all had an issue, have had an issue with the like the head gaskets leaking or anything, any kind of oil leaking issues, anything else. I was hoping when I cleaned it up a little bit that maybe it was just the gasket filter was pinched or something like that. But once I got it cleaned up and I let the mower run and it got hot, it was plain as day where it was coming from. So, yeah. Hopefully, y'all will enjoy this video. I got some finished footage of some yards, and as always, never a dull moment with me. It's usually always something to get fixed. I know Ronaldo will have some great comments on this one, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got out there, what his responses will be. So shout out once again to Ronaldo over at Big Sons. I know Mr. Gerald and Wild Bill will be checking this one out. What can I say? I just got a knack for breaking stuff, I reckon. Nature of the business. But you run them enough, you're going to have some issues with them. So, yep. Need to wrap this one up. Been talking too long. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts. I appreciate all the support. And as always, y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed. And I hope everybody had a very happy and safe Easter. Thank y'all.